How's it going, everybody? This is Murray Hemelainen, CE Coordinator for St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church. And I'm just going for a walk right now. Not necessarily for my own health, though I probably need it. I'm actually walking right now for the Ride for Refuge. For those of you familiar with the Ride for Refuge, you probably know that St. Andrew's Presbyterian took part in this event last year to raise money for PWS&D, the Presbyterian Churches Global Development Program, which raises money for infrastructure and education for people all over the world who may not otherwise have access to those things. We raised last year over $4,000, I think $4,095 was the final number that came out for our congregation alone, which we were very proud about. And the goal this year is to raise $5,500, so we're upping that ceiling a bit. For those of you not familiar with the Ride for Refuge already, here's how it works. The Ride is an annual event that takes place in the beginning of October. This year, the deadline is October the 3rd. And for this event, organizations and individuals from all over the area collect pledges for an organization of their choice. For us, again, it's PWS&D. Now, up to and including the deadline of the event, so this year, again, that's October the 3rd, we will be collecting pledges from people. So that could be friends, neighbors, co-workers, family members, anybody who's willing to pledge you a donation of any amount of money to take part in the event. Ordinarily, on the deadline day, again, October the 3rd, we would all be getting together to walk, run, or ride our bikes, hence the name Ride for Refuge, a total of either 5, 10, or 15 kilometers, and I think it scales up from there. But obviously this year we'll have to do things differently. We can't all come together at one giant event to carry out what we said we would do for our pledges. So, St. Andrew's has figured out a way that we can organize ourselves while still staying in our social bubbles and staying safe. St. Andrew's is registered with the Ride for Refuge as one giant team, which means all of the money that we collect will all be contributed to one pot, and that is our contribution to PWS&D. But people in the congregation will be forming their own smaller teams, again, staying in your own social bubble. So you could form a team with your family, with fellow committee members, with your friend group. You could even do the whole Ride for Refuge by yourself. That'd be fantastic too. The goal of each team in St. Andrew's, under the St. Andrew's umbrella, is to walk together a collective total of 15 kilometers. So that means that between now and up to and including October the 3rd, you could walk 1 kilometer a day, 2 kilometers a day. You could do the whole 15 in one go if you want, as long as by October the 3rd, you have covered that whole distance. Now, I am acting as team captain for St. Andrew's, which means basically I will be keeping track of all of the teams that are under our St. Andrew's umbrella, as well as the distances that you cover each day and the pledges that you collect. So I will be totaling all of the numbers that come in so that we as a congregation have an idea of the big picture that we are all contributing to. In case you're numbering where the number 15 comes from, 15 kilometers is the approximate distance between Nazareth and Bethlehem. I'm sure that you recall the famous story of the pregnant Virgin Mary riding on a donkey with her husband Joseph from Nazareth to Bethlehem in order to be taxed by the Romans. Well, they made that walk, and she was pregnant and riding a donkey and walking over a dusty, rock-riddled road. So I'm sure that we, over the course of 2 weeks, can cover the same distance. I'm pretty confident. So let's all come together as a St. Andrew's family in order to raise money for this great cause and take part in this wonderful event. I look forward to hearing from you all and registering your teams and seeing just how much higher we can set our benchmark. So, God bless, take care. I'll be seeing you all, and stay safe.